Well, this is Metal Shadow.
This is Aaron S, and we are back.
Indeed. Ooh. Ooh. He just ran ahead.
Totally. But look what lies ahead.
It's a Sith. Well, Dark Jedi. Just say Sith.
You're trying to hold him off, you know, that's nice of him, but, I mean...
Yeah, you're not gonna last.
Yeah, I think he knows that.
Yeah, all you can do is fuse the door shut.
That's about it.
Saving. We must save. This is one of those games though that you have to save constantly.
Yeah.
If you don't, you will get screwed over so many times.
I've always made a lot of save points just because.
Trust me, I don't know how many times I got pissed at this game because I forgot to save.
Well, it's official. Everyone is dead except the two of us.
Oh, ain't that fun?
Yep.
Oh,
that means more. That means more XP for us.
See, right here, if we had the skill, this would have been the stealth tutorial.
Yeah. I just don't like... I don't care for stealth in general.
The only time I ever really use stealth is on a different part. The planet below us, we have to go through a sewer and there's a Rancor.
Oh, yeah, the Rancor. I never knew how to do that, so I just lobbed frag grenades at it until it died.
You can do that?
Yeah.
You can kill the thing?
You can kill the thing.
I've never been able to kill that thing.
Well, the thing I do now is, when we get there, I have a new way of killing it, which is even easier, and it's a way you guys might not know about.
What is it? Oh, never
when
mind.
we get there,
we'll get there, yeah.
I'll let you know. I thought it was ingenious because I experimented with it for a long time.
Only way I ever got through it is by giving my character at least a little bit of stealth, and then just using the stealth belt to get across it.
Well, real quick, right now what we're doing is looking at different ways you can assess the situation. So right now, you can either repair this droid to go in the room and kill everyone, or you can
hack this terminal.
Yep, which we are going to do, which is going to overload the terminal in their room.
I always loved overloading terminals.
It's just very satisfying to watch because you're not the one getting killed.
And watch this. Boom. It's like forced lightning on everybody.
It's like forced lightning from hell.
I know, right?
Just in your face, bam! Wow, this is pretty epic.
The prototype Vibroblade.
Of course. Which we will use later on.
Indeed.
There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Carthonasi. He will be our... What is he? Will he be our smuggler for the group?
He's not, he's a soldier. He's basically the same class we are, except he goes, instead of swords, he's into guns and blasters and whatnot.
So he'll be our guy in the background shooting.
Yep. Karth is a good guy to keep in your group. This is one of the guys that you can keep him in your group and you'll do just fine.
Yeah, Karth and Bastila were always my two. Ooh.
Tell you, this game really starts off with a bang, doesn't it?
I know, seriously. First thing you see in the game starts, the ship gets blown up.
Yep, just in your face. Like, this is the situation, bam, you're thrown right into it.
I know, right? Those of you who don't know, the girl with the yellow lightsaber is Bastila.
Fading off some Sith, it looks like.
Exactly. Now Karth is here to magically explain everything.
Good to see you
So, here we go, guys.
about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember? I'm not surprised. You took a serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her. Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Alright, so now we know our mission on this planet.
Terrace.
Terrace. I was thinking Telos, but no, Terrace. Now,
Telos is later on.
Now this is the workbench where you can upgrade all your weapons. You got chest pieces, blasters, blades, lightsabers, that kind of thing.
It's always a good idea to upgrade.
You want to upgrade. If you don't, you just won't be able to progress.
Exactly. Okay, now the apartment we're at will act as our home base, pretty much.
Basically, this is a place where you can just go back and do whatever you have to do.
Heal, make upgrade stuff, switch out your team members.
It's a place where you know you're not going to get attacked or anything.
Exactly.
Now, as you guys now know from Karth saying, there is a quarantine on this whole planet. Once the Sith take over a planet, they make sure that no one else can get on or off it. Only Sith have clearance.
So no, actually, it's different here because they know they're Republic survivors and they're trying to find the Jedi.
They're trying to find the Jedi.
It's not that they put a quarantine on the planet; they want to put it here because they want to find Bastila.
Well, it seems like the entire planet itself. I mean. The thing about Star Wars is, whenever they talk about a planet, they usually mean, like that city, like Coruscant or whatever. I mean, the giant city, that's like the only place on the planet.
Yeah, seriously.
So, for Terrace, it's as if this is the only place on the whole planet, if that makes any sense. So
It's the only place that seems to have any people in it.
so really all Terrace is basically under quarantine. Really, I mean, they don't want anyone getting on and off without their permission or anything like that, without the clearance codes. So that's basically our mission, is to get Bastila and to get those codes to get off this rock.
Now, why'd you choose him to be a computer user if that's going to take twice the amount of skill points to up it?
Everything else is like that too. I mean, I think Demolitions is the only one that's not like that. I mean, Demolitions, what is it, Treat Injury, Persuade, but all the major ones like security hacking and all that, I mean, you have to use 2 points.
I usually just stick to the ones that are just 1 points, then every now and then I'll invest in some of the others.
Now these are apartments that you can break into, and the apartments in this wing and all the other wings actually have good gear in them, which are worth getting into. I didn't go into these apartments. I went into, I think, 2, but that was about it.
And here's how you shop.
Alright, now this guy is trying to explain to us about shields and whatnot, but, I mean, we know the game, so we'll tell you everything about them. Basically, shields all have their own different properties. A basic shield is just something that can cover your body. All other ones usually have a different mode. Like, they'll all have different benefits. Like, one's really good for deflecting blasters and whatnot.
And to be honest, there will be people in some of these apartments.
And some of these people can start quests for you that you can do. Some of them are important, others you could really care less about.
To let you know, this game is also really based in side quests.
Side quests are a key thing. That's like most BioWare games as well.
If you want to level up enough to take on the final boss, you have to do the side quests.
The thing is, if you really want to be ahead with everything, you really gotta explore. You really gotta understand, you know, you really gotta look things up.
Saving again. Just like any other game, you'll have stuff pop up on the loading screen.
Trying to give you little tidbits. And here is Terrace. A pretty nice looking planet, I gotta say.
Well, up here, yes.
Yeah, but then you see other parts of it where aren't so nice.
No. Especially when you see where the aliens have to live.
Yeah. It's kind of messed up, but this is kind of a racist planet.
See, this will pop up every now and then with your characters. There'll be their little story about what they went through.
For the Republic for years.
Carr's story deals with what happened in his time in the Mandalorian Wars and after it.
With all that, I've never
A lot of it
experienced
has to do with
anything
his
like this
family.
one of these sick animals.
So whenever we get
Not even
options
the
like this, we
Mandalorians in
will
that sense.
talk to them, whatever.
My homeworld was one of the
It
first
really helps
planets
with their
to fall
loyalty
to
and
Earth.
what side they're on.
The Sith
If you
bombed
get them to
the
explain their
submission,
story to
and
you,
damn thing a
they
Republic
will, no
force
matter
was
what,
to
stay
stop
on
it.
your side.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
If you can't tell, Cart's a bit of a hothead.
No,
Well, at first.
At first.
I mean,
But he starts
sorry,
warming
I'm
up to you, but it takes a little while.
you probably mean well with your
Seriously.
questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually.
As you can tell,
I'm
he
more
kind of
used to
starts off
action,
being a bit
keeping my mind
mistrusting.
Focused on the business at hand.
His
Let's
whole
just
thing
begin.
is it's hard for him
If
to
you have
trust
more
people,
questions,
so you
ask them later.
can understand that. Now this is a really good shop to get items and whatnot to sell.
Yeah, for the first stop, yeah, this is a good place.
This is a good place. I would recommend this if you want to sell things and get some deals. This is a good place to come to.
Carp was sliding across the floor.
Yeah.
That's one thing I didn't like so much about this game
Just
is
so you know.
this game is really glitchy at times.
Mm-hmm.
It will freeze sometimes.
Well, and the thing too is that this is an old copy of this game that I own. I mean, I got
all
this.
the copies nowadays are old.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I've played it like thousands of times, so.
I give it some slack because it was one of the first games that came out just like this. And we're about to finish, so see you guys.
See you next time.